Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and it is Sunday. We got to start to a new week, the first week of the month. Really, I guess the first full week of the month of February. And there's a lot of things that could be coming up, right? We know last week was a big, major week for the stock market. We saw the stock market take off a lot of green, only for it to have a slight pullback. But before I get into all that, right, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I make videos. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. On Wednesday, last time I saw y'all, we discussed that there would be a slight pullback, right? We saw that the market was pretty much overbought. And I said, hey, due to all the extreme greed, that we could potentially see the market do a pullback. So the extreme greed on top of Amazon, Apple, and Google coming out with lower than expected earnings per share for the quarter, we saw the market come down. We saw a lot of volatility on Friday, right? So that was Thursday night. We got those reports, and we saw Friday was a lot of volatility, and we pretty much ended the day down. So that is why we had that. On top of the fact, we got a jobs report showing stronger than expected jobs, lower unemployment, which is great news, right? A lot of more jobs being put out into the market. Unemployment means people are making more money, right? Well, you would think great news for the economy. But due to us being in an inflationary period, more money in circulation means what? There's a possibility that inflation could continue to go up, especially with prices being as crazy as they are. I know you all have all been seeing the jokes and the memes about the price of eggs. And also, I don't know about you, but I'm always keeping my eye on those gas prices. We're slowly seeing gas prices creep back up. So grocery and gas prices, those are two major things for CPI data, right? We saw CPI was low, but that doesn't mean that these things can't sneak back up on us and knock us back where we were. Jerome Powell did continue to say that he would be aggressive. We still saw a grand day behind that. I'm guessing based on the 25 basis point rate hike, which was great news. We potentially see one more of those or two. Either way, as long as the market continues to price these things in, we may have a possibility of being out of this bear market. This may not just be a bear market route, but we could potentially be heading back bullish. And you all know I've been bullish for the past couple weeks. Let's hope that I'm right. If not, hey, it is what it is. We know that we trade with the charts, and we trade in the direction of the market. So we're never missing out. We're never expecting the market to go one way or another because we know Wall Street controls these things. So let's go ahead and take a look at the market from last week. Let's see what Friday gave to us and what we can expect. As a matter of fact, let me backtrack, y'all. So we just got through talking about the market, but today is Sunday. Gotta have that wealthy word for the week. Wealthy word for the week, right? This week's wealthy word is history. History, right? So we just got through with 2022. We're now officially in 2023. We're a month in. It is officially February. History. Go back and look at, you have to learn history, right? What did you do wrong in 2022? Where did you fail? Where did you backslide? Where did you stop pursuing your goals? Where did you become complacent and make more mistakes than you did, progress? Look at the history. Focus on those things. Learn from your history. Learn from the history of others. This year, we have to do better than we did ever before, right? So I did great in 2022. I want to do even better in 2023. So I need to learn from whatever I did in 2022 and build on that. If I did bad, learn from it. Build on that. Learn from your mistakes, people. Make sure that you use your history. Make sure you use the past to continue to build those stepping stones towards the future that you want. Because without history, you cannot have a future, right? You got to learn from those things. Do not be one of those stubborn people who continue to make the same mistakes over and over, right? They say that's the definition of insanity, trying the same thing over and over and continue to fail. So do not be insane. Learn from history, continue to build on those lessons, and 2023 will be great. All right, now let's get into it. Let's check out this market. All right, so we see the Dow down on Friday, down 0.38%, and I do believe it is down as of right now for the after hours, right? Pre-market, whatever the case may be for tomorrow. The Dow was down on Friday, 0.38%. The S&P 500 was down 1.04%. The Nasdaq was down 1.59%, and the Russell was down 0.78%. Granted, these are bad numbers, but look at the week. We were still up on the week. We still did a great job. For the month, we're still up. Year to date, we're still up. We're still loving. We're still seeing green. As of right now, I am still feeling good about this year. But y'all know how one bad day can really come in and rock the market. So we saw most of the market come down. Look at Amazon, down big, down 8%. And I fully expected it to be green. But I told y'all on Wednesday, right? Be aware of a pullback because guess what? Our fear and greed is now at a 76. The market is way overbought, and things have to cool off in order for them to continue to run. So if things continue to run like this, who knows? We could end up for sure back in another inflationary period, or for sure having another stock market bubble where things just continue to crash. We don't want to see that. So we want to see a slow progression to the upside or trading sideways. We do not want to continue to see extreme greed because things continue to be overbought and we end up right back where we are today. So many things did go down, but they did not go down so bad that we didn't see a profit, right? Even on this downside, now $9, a lot of money could have been made on that. Down 1% on SP 500. If you look at it, look at all the volatility. Up, down. A lot of money to be made. You could have traded all the way to the upside and then traded to the downside, traded back to the upside, traded right back to the downside with a lot of money to be made. So hopefully you all took full advantage of that on the SPY or the QQQ. Y'all know I like to do that. And really, most of our stocks trade like that too, with the exception of Amazon because you already know they had earnings, so they traded pretty much flat or whatever, sideways. But most of our other companies, they trade the same way. So you got to be aware of those things. We already talked about the jobs reports, but I had to take a look at this article because I feel like it was some very good information. January U.S. jobs reports was stunningly good. So January U.S. Non-farm payrolls increased by 517,000 for the month, shattering analysts' estimate of 187,000. That's almost 3 times. Unemployment fell to 3.4%, the lowest since May of 1969. The economy is booming. People are making money. We have more jobs in circulation than ever. That is always good news for the people, right? I'm loving to hear that. But the markets hate that because what does that mean? It gives the Fed a reason to continue to be more hawkish. They feel like they continue to be aggressive and we could potentially avoid a recession because there is still more money in circulation than ever before. We already know Amazon took a hit. They missed earnings. Apple took a hit. They missed earnings. And that's really where we are. This is the one that told me that the market rally signals it's no bear run, but don't get complacent. It said the stock market rally had another big week. The NASDAQ ran higher mid. Don't be surprised. Look, I didn't even see this part. Don't be surprised to see a market pullback after the big gains in the recent weeks. And Apple stock strongly yet again. Friday may have been slightly Sunday night. So, dang. So this page is kind of off, but y'all bear with me. Don't be surprised to see a market pullback with the big gains in recent weeks, with Tesla and Apple stock up strongly yet again. Friday may have been the start of a pullback, with Amazon plunging on this weak earnings and outlook, but with the uptrend showing more signs that it's more than a bear market rally. Investors can continue to gradually add exposure over time. So I love that. So really, they just said the same thing I said. That's beautiful. I don't really see anything else important here. So that's what we're going to end on that. Tomorrow, I don't see any major news. Actually, I do have earnings. Let me pull up those earnings, right? None of these, in my opinion, are going to be market moves or big dogs, but you all make sure you pay attention to them. If you're investing in any of these, make sure you know what's going on, right? Be very aware. Always be aware of what you're invested in. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all a screenshot as well because earnings are always a big dog. They always make the difference. So those are things we got to keep in mind when we trade or when we buy stocks. I do see RobinHood on here. I do see PayPal on here. Y'all know those will come. I did like PayPal for a minute. I got out of it because it was taking a beating, and I don't like to see losses like that waiting on the bottom. I've never invested in Robinhood, but I do trade on the app. Let's see, BP, gas giant, right? CBS, Disney is on here. Disney's on here for Wednesday after the close. Another big dog. They could definitely be out. And I think that's really all I see. If you all see some, again, make sure you take your screenshot, drop it in the companies if they're on this list that you may be invested in. Pinterest was one that I loved. I also got out of it while it was at the top. I always take profits at the top, right? I try to get out early. So if you all see anything you like, make sure you leave it in here. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe to the video. I thank you all for joining me to journey to become wealthy. Make sure you remember that wealthy word for this week is history. Continue to learn from your past. Continue to build your future based on those lessons, right? Do not be a victim to your history. Do not be a victim to the past. Continue to succeed. Continue to be great. Thank you all for journey to become wealthy. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.